Hey, Right Riders, Keith Wheeler here, back with another video for you. I love running Amazon ads. Problem is that on YouTube and other places, including my own channel, there's a lot of videos that show you how to set up Amazon ads, but very few videos that show you what to do once it's launched. You know, how to analyze your data and how to take those ads and make them even more efficient. So if you're saying, I've run Amazon ads, but now what? What do I do with that data? Well, then this is the video for you. So if you're excited for this, make sure you give that thumbs up a smashy. It lets YouTube know to share this video with more people. And with that, I'm gonna get on with Judy Shearwaters and we're gonna go over and analyze the Amazon ads that we ran for her book. So we are here on advertising at Amazon and we're looking at your ads and we're just gonna go through and look at all three of them and see what data we've got from it. So let's start with the first one. This is the product ad. This is where we picked some products for it to be shown to. It looks like you've gotten almost 11,000 impressions. That's good. 8 clicks. What I like to see for the impression to clicks is I like to see at least for every 1,000 impressions, 1 click. You know, ideally you'd have 10 clicks here, but 8's not bad. And then of course the important thing, which is your sales. And right now we don't have any. Ideally, I'd like to see for every 10 clicks, 1 sale. So we're going to click on the campaign name. And this is what we're going to do for all 3 of these ads. And we're going to look at the targeting because we want to see what's actually bringing in the clicks, what's bringing in, possibly what we're getting charged for a lot of clicks, but isn't really doing anything for us, which right now is hard to tell because you don't have any sales at all on it. Again, understanding that this dashboard, unfortunately, isn't going to be 100% accurate because it only keeps that identifier that it puts on their computer is only there for about 24 hours. So if they maybe saw your ad, clicked on it, and then waited to actually buy it, maybe they put it in their cart, but then they didn't actually buy it until later, maybe in the next day, then it's not going to show up on your dashboard. So those are some things to keep in mind. But so what I like to do is I like to sort on clicks. So this one gave us, you've gotten a total of 2 clicks for 1970 as far as impressions. So again, it's better than, it's about, 1 click per 1,000, which is what I like. I really like these that are, 1 click out of only 124 impressions. So that tells me that this one may be one that, that you can really compete with. So you'd want to look at the book individually and see if it's something you think you can compete with, if it's something that's relevant to your book or not. And if it is, and you're okay with it, maybe upping your bid so you get a little bit more impressions. This one, 4,600 impressions and only 1 click. That shows me that it's not really, customers aren't finding it relevant. So I would just go over and I would just turn this ad off for just to this product. I don't delete any of them because you can click on this and then hit delete. I don't delete because what's not working now may work later on down the road. And so it's a lot easier to just turn it back on than to have to remember what it is and then go back and upload it, add it later. It's just easier just to pause it. Really, the rest don't even have clicks. So if you're not getting clicks, it's not costing you anything. So I wouldn't worry about it. So this is the one that I would turn off. This one actually is getting 7.7% at the top of the search, whereas the one that got you more clicks is actually less than that. So maybe if you wanted to, you could up your bid on this one to try to get more top of search to see, since they're converting better as far as from impressions to a click, maybe just by getting it in front of more people, you've got much better chance of getting sales. Because like I said, with only 2 clicks and total 8 clicks altogether, it's not really enough to say to where I would personally say I would, stop the entire ad campaign because you really don't have enough data for it yet. Like I said, I like to get at least 10 clicks. So I would keep an eye on it for the next week or so and see if you continue to get, more clicks, and you'll probably get less if you don't make any other changes other than that pause that I did. You'll probably get less impressions, so slower impression, but you'll hopefully get a higher percentage of clicks at that point, and there'll be more quality clicks, and you can then hopefully transfer over to sales. That's that one. Let's go back.
Should we up that bid, Keith?
If you want to, I mean, that's up to you.
What would you up it to?
I would up it to maybe 30 cents. I mean, I wouldn't go too high.
Okay, let's do it.
4 more cents can, especially since you are doing the up and down. So it will be more than that. You are doing the bid on the top of search. And so even though we're only increasing it 4 cents, it's also 4 cents. It's now increasing what the top amount could be for what they bid for top of search and things like that. So I don't want to go too over the top and make it like 50 cents and where it's really going to drive up your overall budget. I would just do that little bit. The rest of them, you really don't have enough impressions on each. I mean, you might want to like maybe up these.
Okay.
I mean,
at least you have one click, right?
Right. Well, and what I really like is I like the percentage of clicks to impressions. That shows me. I mean, like I said, normally I like 1 click for every 1,000, and this one's 1 click for every 100. So in theory, it should it's currently performing 10 times better than what I think is ideal. I would up all these just to 30 cents. And again, over the next week or so, just keep an eye on it. If you see that it's the ratios isn't getting better, if it's getting worse, which I mean, there's so few impressions, it may get a little bit worse. But if it gets worse than 1 click for every 1,000 or 1 sale for every 10 clicks, then you can just pause it.
Okay.
But this should give you more impressions, because that's what this is telling me is because you've got so low impressions, it's telling me your budget's probably your bid is probably not high enough. I mean, this one's great. I mean, a 1-to-1 ratio, I would definitely up that one. I mean, that one I might even, if we had more than just one, I might even up it to 35 cents, but let's just keep it at this. And again, the important thing is to just make sure that you keep an eye on it. I would say at least every couple of days. And all right. So that's that one. All right. Now we're going to skip this one because this one I think we're going to be doing the most work with. I'm going to look at this one, this automated one, because really you don't have any clicks, hardly any. I mean, you only got 1,700 impressions. So let's look at the targeting on this. I clicked on placement so you can see where on the page it's showing up.
Okay.
And of the impressions, the majority of them are coming from the actual product page. So when they see a product, they're seeing your ad. And so it might be listed as an kind of down by the also bots and things like that. And so what we really need to do is get it more visible on the rest of search and on top of search, which top of search surprises me because we already have it adjusting 50% for that. I wouldn't change that too much. This is an automated product ad, but if this was an automated keyword ad, search terms would show you what people are actually typing in, but it only works with clicks. So until you get clicks, which this one doesn't have any clicks, you're not going to see anything in here. So you need an automated ad where people are actually clicking on the ad, and then that's when you'll see what they're actually searching for. And that's when that's where the real money is with these automated ads, is because then you can see, okay, this is what people are actually searching for. And then it can help when you're creating your next level ads. The truth is with this one, I wouldn't really change much just because you don't have a lot of impression. You don't have any clicks. So you don't have a lot of data. I mean, you can up your bid here if you want as well. And again, this is the complimentary one. This is the one that's getting the most visibility. So the close match, my guess is it's probably either they're not matching closely or it's just not high enough of a bid. So we can up those to 30 cents if you want as well.
Okay. All right.
Because I mean, right now you're not paying for it. I mean, you don't have any clicks. So it's not costing you anything to up it. And again, just make sure that you keep an eye on it. And if it gets too out of control as far as what you're budgeting, just for consistency, we'll just up this one too. And then you can always drop it back down. That's what I love about Amazon ads is it's so easy to just increase, decrease, pause. So I don't think we put anything for negative targeting.
No.
The only thing I would do, and I think I talked about this in the last video, as far as negative targeting is, I wouldn't target your own products. Like if you had another book in the series or whatever, I would put that in your negative targeting So that way your ads don't show up against one of your own books, where you end up, taking away a sale from one and just to get a sale on another book, but now you're getting charged for it because they clicked on it. So if you do have you're running ads to a book in a series, I would put your other books in that series in your negative targeting. So that way you don't kind of cost yourself a sale and end up costing money by getting a click. So, all right. So that's that one. Again, I would just let that run. Hopefully until you start getting some clicks. Cause until you get clicks, it's not costing you anything anyway. So there's no sense in closing it. So we're going to go to this manual one. All right. And we're going to click on targeting. And this is the one where we have the most amount of data. So that's why I wanted to leave this for last. So we want to look, we've got our impressions, we've got our clicks. So it's already filtered on or sorted by clicks. So this is the one that has the most amount of clicks. This is also the one that's gotten 2 sales. So that's great. So what we want to do is we want to basically double down on the ones that are making us money. Now, as far as your ACoS, since this is technically we're going to the ebook and the paperback, I believe. We want to keep in mind what our ACoS is. ACoS is the average cost of a sale is what it stands for. So how much are you spending in order to get the sale? Now, one thing to keep in mind when, and I know we covered this before, is under sales, this is how much was the total purchase, not how much you're getting out of it. That's why the ACoS is so important, because this is total. This needs to be like for paperback with KDP, it's 60% is what we're getting. So you want that to be 60% or lower, because that means you're in the black. You're not losing money. All of these are the ones that are getting sales are in the black. It's the ones that are not that are costing you. So the first thing I would do is the ones that are getting you sales, I would, on some of these, your bids are already pretty high, so I wouldn't go much higher than that. But I would consider maybe looking up these. We actually paused. We might even want to consider turning them back on because they are turning into sales. And if you think about it, remember what I said about your impressions to clicks. Impressions to clicks, for every 1,000 impressions, you want 1 click. And right now, this one is 119 impressions, and you already got 3 clicks, and you already got 2 sales. And even though $1.18 is a high bid, the bottom line is you're still making money. It's still better than 60%.
How did those bids get put up at those prices? I didn't put those prices on there. Did they just go up automatically like that? No,
they should not. They should not automatically go up. Let's see. What does it say?
That's strange.
The maximum amount you will pay for a click when this target. Okay. This is, okay. It technically, no, it is what we did, because remember we did we allowed for the up or down.
Oh, okay.
That's what this is with the up, because this is your maximum amount that you're willing to pay.
Okay.
So what I would do is, especially these two are actually making sales. And again, when you look at both of them, for every 100, instead of for every 1,000, you're getting 1 click. For every 100, you're getting 3 clicks, and you're getting sales. And as far as the clicks to sales, I like, for every 10 clicks, 1 sale. Both of these are doing really well. I would turn these back on if you're okay with that.
Let's see. They're the same keywords.
Yeah, but one is an exact match and one is a broad match.
Oh, okay. So turn them both back on?
I would turn them both back on, because they're making you money. That's what the ACoS tells you. The ACoS tells you it's making you money.
Okay.
And also keep in mind that this is just registering the sales when, that if they made the purchase in the last 24 hours while that that pixel is still there. So you may have gotten additional sales that isn't even on the dashboard. So worst case, you want it to be 60% or better. So 60% or lower, and you're already at in the 50%. So you're already making money. That's what this tells me. Both of these are making you money. And that's with only 100 or so impressions. And so, if you multiplied each, just assuming, if everything stays equal, if you got, 10 times this amount would be 1,000. For every 1,000, you'd have 30 clicks and you'd have 20 sales. And obviously the more sales you get, your percentage is going to get better. because that ratio is going to, as the numbers go up, the ratio, the way percentages go, the difference is going to be better. And again, keep an eye on your budget and how much it's costing you. And if you need to pause it, I mean, it's yours. I mean, because the one thing you need to we need to keep in mind is, even though we're making money, and it's profit, Amazon ads is taking their money out now.
Yeah.
Whereas you're not going to see the you're not going to see the money from KDP for, a month or so. And so, keep that in mind, that if you can't afford it now, then you may have to pause it. But yeah, these are ones that are absolutely, these are the ones bringing in the sales. Oh, this is another good one. I mean, you only got 37 views, or you already got a click, and that click went directly to a sale. So, I mean, this percentage is 17%. So if you were willing to, I would even up this. I mean, I know $1.56 is high, but that's something to keep in mind. Because I mean, like I said, you only got 37 impressions. So
what would you put it up to?
At this rate, the problem is it's kind of hard to tell, since it's such a small data set.
Right.
It's hard to tell, but I mean, it looks pretty, and this is a broad search too. I mean, I might go as high as $2, because again, if you're, I mean, you want this to be 60% or lower, and it's 17%, which means you're making a lot more than what you're spending. But yeah, I mean, I might even consider going $2 on this, or compromise and say $1.75, $1.76.
Okay. All right, let's do the 175.
And again, we'll keep an eye on it. Another good thing is, and it's funny how Amazon ads work, but sometimes just by going in and making little tweaks like this is enough to start getting you more impressions again.
Okay.
That's another reason why Amazon ads are not something you want to just set it and forget it. You need to make sure that you're not just checking it every day, but I go in and at least once or twice a week, I'll make some kind of tweak, whether it's increasing a bid, decreasing a bid, pausing something. Again, just something like this one. I mean, if you want to save on money, I would say the phrase series, I wouldn't bother with that. I would turn that off.
Okay.
I mean, that's cost you $2 right there, just on that one. Again, if you're trying to save on money, I would focus on looking at the ones that have clicks that aren't really relevant to your book. Yes, this is going to be a series, but that's such a broad topic that I don't think it's worth spending $2 on. So the next thing you can do is you can create what I like to call my high performing keyword ads. And what it is it's simply creating another ad. And when I name it like this one would be mystery _ and instead of manual, I might say HPK, high performing keyword _1. And then what I do is I take the ones that are performing well, the ones that are actually getting me sales, and I create a new a next level ad, high performing keyword ad, and I only focus on those keywords and words that are similar to it. So maybe go to Publisher Rocket, or just go on to Amazon and in incognito mode and type in mystery novels and see what else pops up. Since you know that mystery novels is doing well for you, it's turning into sales, see what other keywords are popping up as well. Same thing for especially these that are having a very good ratio from impressions to clicks to sales. Like this one right here, mystery books for kids 10 to 12. See what other similar keywords you can use and create another ad. I mean, you can tweak the copy text if you want, or you can just leave it exactly what you've got on this one and then run that one. And those should run. The best part about high performing keywords ads is, instead of overall this keyword ad is running at 83% ACoS, when you start focusing on ads that are just your high performing keywords, they're going to start being way more efficient, and then they're going to start running at below 60%, below, because like if you take all the ones right here that are under 60% already, and you create a new keyword ad using those, and then some alternates, kind of doubling down on these and using those, then you've got a better chance of getting overall an ad that's running consistently, efficiently, and under the 60% that you're looking for. And then what I typically do with that is I let it run for a month or so. Now, meanwhile, we're still letting this ad run as well, because this is still, again, it's all about collecting data. And so you're running with this one. And once you start seeing sales with your high performing keyword one, you can start deselecting them from this one. It just like with a book that's out there, it ad that has more visibility and it's been out there longer might be able to get an ad at a lower price because they have more proven relevancy for that ad. And so what I would do is I would take the words that are in here, the keywords that are in here that are currently selling. I would create a secondary ad, again, high performing keyword ad _1, and put those words in there. And then ones that you find through either Publisher Rocket or through just doing a manual search on Amazon that are similar to these ones that are making you sales. And that would be your high performing keyword ad number 1. And then after maybe a month, looking at that data and taking the ones that are high performing keywords from that one and creating a high performing keyword 2 ad. I've got ads, and that's something that I do consistently. I've got some that are high performing keyword ads 10. But at that point, I've had ads where it doesn't matter how many words are in it or how many keywords are in it if it's making you money, right? And so I may have some that only have maybe 10 words in it, 10 keywords, but my ACoS is less than 1%, which means almost every single time one of these keyword phrases is being seen in this ad, every time my ad's being seen, someone's buying it. And so it's so much more efficient. And at that point, once you get any kind of ad that is overall has an ACoS that's better, as long as you're in the black and as long as you have the budget for it, then it's just a matter of just pouring more money into it, because that I pour $1,000 into this, which I know sounds crazy, but long term, I pour $1,000 into this ad, but I know I'm going to make $3,000 at the end, in 60 days for it. As long as you have that $1,000 to start with, it's just, it's a no brainer. I mean, I'm making 3 times my amount of money every single time I run the ad. And again, it's something that you work up to. It's, like I said, that in that particular case, it's, a high performing keyword ad number 10, but the methodology behind it is very simple. It's just, running the ad to begin with, whether it's an automated ad or a manual ad, letting it run, looking at the data, finding out which ones are selling or are making sales for you and which ones aren't. The ones that are selling for you, creating a new ad as a high performing keyword ad using those words and variants of that you find, because those variants may be just as effective, but they may be searched less frequently, which means they cost you less money. And so there are, sometimes what started out as in my high performing keyword ad 1 as keywords that were making me money may not end up in, high performing keyword ad, 10, because even though it's still making me money, it's not performing as efficiently. And so it's literally just each iteration of your high performing keyword ads, you're taking the keywords that are selling from your last ad and then finding variants of that and adding all that into your next one. And you're just basically making it more and more refined until that last one. And, it may only take you 5 to where you get it. I usually will stop unless it's a category that I'm or a niche that I'm really passionate about. I'll usually stop as long as I'm down to like 15%, because then I'm making, if 60% is me making a profit, or 59% is me making a profit, 15% means I'm doing 4 times better than that. Then I'll usually stop at that point. But sometimes I'll just keep going and do more and more high performing keyword ads. And after a while, ads just kind of die out, and you'll know because you'll start seeing fewer and fewer impressions. I mean, obviously your impressions will always go up, but if you see now you've got 2,000, or in this case, you've got 23,000. And then if in a week, you've got 30,000, then you know you're getting about, 7,000 a week or whatever. But then you start seeing that the next week you only got 100. Then you know, okay, it's starting to die out. Maybe it's time for me to close this ad and just, stop this one because I've already got these high performing ones already running. So that's what I would do next. I would let this run for maybe another week or so, and then create the high performing keyword ad based on, and you can start doing your research on them now because you already have 4 keyword phrases that are actually making you sales. And so I would start with those. And the other thing is once you start doing that, you, as you're making them more efficient, you can start, instead of always doing broad, phrase, and exact, you can start, dwindling it down to exactly what people are looking for. And the more precise they are, again, the cheaper they are. So we can go down to search terms, and this tells you what the customer actually typed in. So like this one right here that turned into a sale, they actually typed in books for kids 8 to 12, boys adventure mysteries. So that right there would be very first thing I would put into my high performing keyword. You didn't even have to do any research for that one.
Okay.
I mean, your research is in here. So I would take this, I would search by sales or orders, doesn't matter. And these right here are what they typed in that brought them to your book and got to a sale.
I didn't know that.
So, I mean, that right there, especially, like I said, you look at these, they typed in this, 2 people saw your ad, and of them, 1 clicked, and that click was a sale. This one person saw it, they clicked it, they bought it. So, these are just amazing. So these are the first things I would put into, obviously put in the keyword phrases that we talked about, that on the other page are converting, and you'll actually see right here is the keywords. This is what you actually put in, but this is what they actually typed. This information is something that Amazon ads that so many people underestimate or don't even know exists. And you're literally seeing what the customer typed in. Like, I mean, it's begging for you to take this and turn it into an ad. So high performing keyword ads, I would go to, just to recap, I'd go to targeting. I would target these keywords. I'd sort on orders, target the keywords that are already making you sales, write those down, put them in an Excel spreadsheet, whatever. Those are going to be in your high performing keyword ad, and then go to search terms and do the same thing, sort on orders like I did. And these will go in your high performing keyword ads as well.
Should I use all of those, that whole thing?
I would use all the ones that got sales. So
just the ones that got sales.
Right.
And then if I continue letting the manual ad run and then do the high performing keywords ad and use the same, like say 6 good search terms in there, don't I get charged for both ads?
You're only going to get charged for the one that they click on.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Well, there you go. That's how you analyze your data using Amazon ads, and more importantly, what to do next. That's the question that so many people aren't getting answers to. Is okay, I've got my data. Now what? So now you know the next step would be creating high performing keyword ads.
I'll do that.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks, Keith.
Thank you. Well, there you go. That's how you analyze your data with Amazon ads. And more importantly, once you have that data, what to do next, how to create those high performing keyword ads and really start seeing profits come in from your Amazon ads. Well, if you have any questions about running Amazon ads or how to analyze the data or how to do a high performing keyword ad or anything like that, make sure you let me know down in the comments. Now, maybe you feel a little overwhelmed because you didn't catch the earlier videos that we did with Judy on getting those ads up and running. Well, if that's the case, check out this video right here where we go through and actually create all 3 of those Amazon ads for Judy's book. But if you've already seen that, YouTube says that this video right here has got your name written all over it. I'll catch you inside one of these videos, and remember to write right.